40 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
Okay, when Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hope to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life. Struggle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He ain't thieving, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact if revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jackie. So I walk, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young pay. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he said? Something I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't all who got the gun, it's all who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your covers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jake when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm hell, boy.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch. You a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. U.P.K, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm body. U.P.K too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a piece hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. U.P.K, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. You're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. U.P.K play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order Well, ain't nothing to me today, I kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. They got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 we ain't gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, what we got? Turn the mic up for me on this side. Check. Thought one, can you hear me?
Do me one favor, brother. You came up with the shot.
Check. Can y'all hear me in Durham? Check. Are we muted? I'm gonna turn that turn one up. The white mic. Check. Most High Grace. Are they hearing me online?
Check. Lock you out. Continue on here. Officer Zion. Check.
Hey, Shalom Shukataya, come, we can hear Charlotte, we can hear you, Charlotte.
Most High Grace. Hey, can anybody else hear me?
You're in Jamaica.
Khan, here in the Bahamas.
Khan.
Most High Grace. Go to the settings right quick, man. Check. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's somebody else here. We got is Durham in here? We'll switch it over to us. Or
Salaki, sir, can you hear us in Durham, sir?
Cut, I can hear you. Y'all still on?
Con. Yes, Salaki, sir. We was I had to put us back in, but we gotta adjust our camera, but we can hear you fine in Durham, sir.
Okay, most High Grace. We got everybody?
Con, so we got
what up, man? Right. Shalom. With I.S.U.P.K. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operating under Commanding Junior YAHANNA. If you're not in I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. You understand? What is the truth? The so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indian are the Lord's chosen people. We do not know this today because of things like oppression, like the lies that are in the earth, and all the things that we chase after instead of wanting to serve the Lord, right? In 2023, there's nothing more imperative than us waking up and knowing that we are the Lord's chosen people, that we are the chosen people of the book, right? We've been lied to and we followed all type of directions and all different walks of life. But now it's time that we get back into what the Lord made us and who the Lord made us to be. You understand? So with that being said, like all the things we're looking at on the news, all the wars and rumors of wars, now is the time. Matter of fact, when it comes to this truth that you brothers, the Lord has shown enough mercy for us all to hear this truth, to be in these classes right now. It's the truth can sell itself, Quadon. We should be able to pick up the Bible and just shake our head and just do like this. Just like this. And guess what? Our people should be like, you know what? I think you may be on to something. I think them brothers that was out there on the streets talking crazy
with them fringes hanging out their pants, and they're all black. I think they may have been on to something. Because my old man, my pops, he didn't know. My mother, she didn't know. My great-grandfather, he didn't know. My little sister, she don't know. They run around here talking about they speaking in tongues and smoking weed. Well, damn. Now is the time that we all should be able to look at our lives and really take a good look and say, you know what, the Lord would not be pleased with what I'm doing. And you know that we're facing all type of oppression when you have an oppressor that knows who you are and deliberately tries to wreck your building. You understand? Give the Lord a hand, man. You understand? I want y'all to understand something. Over the last couple of weeks, there was a school in Indianapolis that was attacked by terrorists. You understand? We have to call them exactly what they are. While they make up names for us, we need to start identifying them with who they really are. Let's start calling them terrorists or what else? Mass murderers, mass unalivers. That's what we have to get into. Then we have to shame the devil for and call him for what he really is. Trying to be a friend to him has never worked for us. We're trying to appease him by smiling and showing our teeth all the goddamn time, but he's still treating us the same. How about we start marking him for who he really is, which is who? The devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? So Yonazar, before Lord willing, we're gonna get to it. I'll hold the ham down to Captain of 13,000, Captain 9,000.
The confirmation of the scriptures every day.
Hold on for a second, Yonazar. If you could, top one, could you turn y'all output down on your interface, Baba Kushab? Turn it down just a little bit. He coming through real nice and strong.
You know, everything that we're being shown, like just about like everything, you understand? As long as we pay attention to what's going on in the earth. But the thing that we need to see the most, one of the things that I saw that was important, let me just say this, is when Commander General YAHANNA brought out that they had planned to this war, you know, years ago. You know, he brought that out last night, you know, when he was talking about the 7 nations that they wanted to destroy. And like when on October 7th, when it first went down, you know, the thought in my mind was like, something in the milk ain't clean about this. It's something, you know, diabolical behind this whole move. You know what I'm saying? Because now when you see that, you know, they've discovered oil and natural gas in the waters that would naturally belong to the Palestinians by right, that gives you a whole different perspective on, you know, what really went down. You understand? So I think that's important for us. That's very important for us to be abreast of. But I just want to bring out something that Officer Kodam posted, if I may, sir.
Come on.
And like what he posted was like how they was encouraging the sports figures to support Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas when the same sports figures tried to support their own people, you understand, they were shunned. You know what I'm saying? They were even destroyed and lost. Like brothers in the sports world lost millions and millions of dollars just because they wanted to stand up for their own people.
Right.
But these same people that own these leagues is encouraging the same players and the same sports figures to stand up for Israel. And that's
now let's do this, Jonas. Great point. But somebody have to tell me, why do they do that? Why is it that it's okay for us to support any social issues that are going on in the earth, and everybody expects us to support it or be involved in it? But why is it that they don't want us to be involved in our own politics or our own social issues? Why is that? Why are we allowed to concern ourselves with everybody else and not allowed to have our concerns about us as a nation of people? Do anybody know?
Salakia, sir, if
Please.
I may. It's because the scripture says they would be the head and we would be the tail. So the tail follows after the head. You know what I'm saying? So we following behind them, trying to get them to love us. That's the essence of why we keep falling into traps.
Now that's one way of looking at it, but I'm gonna see if somebody else catches it. Why are we allowed to attach ourselves to all the other social issues that are going on the earth, but we're not allowed to attach ourselves or have our entertainers attach themselves to our social woes in the earth. Why? Come on.
So, like I said, I made doing that, it'll actually give us an identity of like we are a people, and there's something that's going on to us specifically.
You own it.
Come on.
You own it. You said that will help us identify us as a people. All right. So keep going down that road. What you got, Bunky? Yo?
So, like, if I may, Adawan, I would say, following what I'm said, you know, our issues are the only issues that actually matter with respect to whatever's transpiring in the earth. And, you know, the truth about who we are will be revealed. And that'll shine a spotlight on everybody else who they are.
Okay. That's two. Y'all own it. Y'all own it. Y'all you the pan is warming up. Anybody else want to take a shot at it? Why are we allowed to attach ourselves to all the other social issues in the earth, but we're not allowed to attach ourselves to our own? Anybody else want to take a crack at it?
Can't. They want us to keep our fence down that they can continue making money off us.
God, that's true.
Millions of us, if not trillions.
That's true, but what else? Now, what all the brothers, everyone is saying is you're hot, right? But I'm looking for something very specific. Very specific. And when I say it, you're gonna be like, oh man, you're right. Come on.
So like you said,
hold on. Let me see if anybody else want to take a crack at it before I go down. Come on.
Regarding the land, or regarding our true identity, we would probably start letting the world know that it's our land.
Yes. Let me sum it up for you. The reason why we are allowed to attach ourselves to all the other social issues are with the resources that we have, we can fix the issues that all the other nations have. Think how many smart, intelligent Black, Hispanics, Native Indians that are actually in the school system that actually teaches the students. The problem is that the curriculum that they teach the students doesn't work. It doesn't mean anything. Think about how many jobs that we go into and restructure their management. You understand? How many of us actually go into different military, the police academies? Who are the trainers of these other police academies? Usually us. So we're allowed to attach ourselves to all the other nations to fix their issues. The problem is if we come together like Zephaniah 2:1, the whole earth is afraid that we will begin to fix our issues. You understand? There's nothing, the world, we've always been taught when Master house is on fire, we say what? Our house is on fire, Master. But when your house is burning, who comes to your aid? When your child is going through hardship, who comes to your aid? No one. But if we all looked at each other like you're me and I'm you, and if your issues become my issues, guess what we can begin to do? We can fix each other. We can do what? We can gather ourselves together. That's why the truth is so important, because Commander YAHANNA teaches us that, guess what? Brotherhood and sisterhood is real. Right. And if we can have brotherhood and sisterhood, guess what? His issues become my issues. His struggles become my struggles. His history is my history. But the earth says, you're from Panama, you're from the west coast of Africa, you're from Jamaica, you're from Trinidad, you're from Canada. We all deal with different issues. We all deal with the same goddamn oppressor. That's how we fix this thing. Knowing that, guess what? The war between Palestine and the Israeli armies have nothing to do with us. Knowing the war that's between Russia and the Ukraine has nothing to do with us. Joining the military has nothing to do with us. You know what it does? The niggas that are in your neighborhood who is crying out for help that we drive by every single day. Because we're more concerned about fixing their problem with the entire globe than fixing the nigga that's right beside you. So that's why we're allowed to attach ourselves to everybody else. That's why you're allowed to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. But it's strange when you hear a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man say, I'm celebrating the Lord's Passover. There's nothing strange to hear about people celebrating the quote unquote Thanksgiving coming up. There's nothing strange about that. Even though we know the origin of it stems from paganism and the murder of our brothers and sisters, yet and still we'll still celebrate it. We know the origin of Christmas, but we'll still allow our children to celebrate it. We know the origin of Thanksgiving, Salakia, of what's the one they just celebrated? Halloween. But we still allow our children to celebrate it. You know how we change those things? We have to all be on what? We got to gather together. We got to, as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian, that should be at least 2 or 3 things that we can stand up to today that will change our lives. One, how about we stop selling drugs to one another? Can we just start? We know that drugs ends families, right? But then we're going to deal with brothers like say, well, weed not a drug. Well, let's classify what a drug is, and we're going to use the Bible to do it. Can we do that? That'd be a great start, right? That would allow us to do what? Gather ourselves together. And when we'll be able to see the social woes or the social issues that we have in our community. How about this one? This is a big one right here. The internet, don't cut me off. I'm on. Don't cut me off, internet. How about we identify what's a male and a female in our neighborhoods? Can we do that? Can we just start there, sis? Can we just identify what's a male and a female in our neighborhoods? That's the easy one, right? So we got, if we can keep the dope out of our neighborhoods and identify real genders according to what the Lord said, we might be all right. Or you can just come here and sit down in these classes, keep your mouth closed, put on all black, and do like the nigga that beside you is doing. Huh? Is that too hard? That was something that was put out in the chat. I want y'all to know that I'm not getting on to get into it real quick. One of the captain put it out in the chat, and I just want to go with everybody, right? It said next week Joe Biden will be given the administrative state effective control over the internet. The FCC will have to implement government regulations to include censorship of the internet. And he just said our battles on the internet are going to get a little harder with these upcoming weeks and months to come. Can you tell me why they want to censor the internet? Why is this such a big thing we should be paying attention to? Anybody know?
Salakia, sir.
Come on, Yonazar.
Because they're losing control over the minds of the people. You understand? There's too much information out there that they can't contain. So now they want to tighten the controls because, you know, they're the kings of the air, as the scripture says.
You know what it is? The brothers that are in the I.S.U.P.K, the truth that the Lord is allowing the men that's in this school and the sisters to push that are in this school, guess what, Akim? It's working. It's working.
Kind of.
And the only thing we're doing is using the Bible and brotherhood. That's the only thing we're doing.
Answer.
It's not magical.
Salaki, sir.
We're using the Bible and brotherhood. We're adhering to God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Every animal that has fur does what, Bunky, y'all? Over a period of time. What do they do? They shed, right? All the animals, do they press a button for them to shed, Quadon? Why don't they have to press a button to be told to shed, Baba Kashaw?
So like if I make, because it's nature of them to shed.
Yes. So we talk about how the Most High made this earth and how he made Black, Hispanics, Native Indians the greatest people on the face of the earth. Guess what? He made us to follow a specific way of life. Am I saying that right? Is it specific, Pacific? What you did? What you did? Specific. We from the country. Everything begin with a P. There's a particular way we're supposed to live as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian. And guess what? It's easy to do if we're not drawn away by our own fleshly desires, but out of our own lust. Right? Come on with it, Buck, y'all.
You want the article?
Yes.
Okay, so like if I make out of one, I got an article on Biden, and this is according to Fox News. This article is from October the 5th of this year. It says Biden agency likely violated free speech by working with big tech to censor election content. And I'll read it. So like it says a federal court ordered an injunction on a top agency within the Department of Homeland Security after finding that it likely violated the First Amendment by coordinating with social media companies to effectively censor election-related speech.
So you know what they're doing? They're being intrusive into your First Amendment right. First Amendment right is to what? Freedom of speech, right? Huh? So you know they want to stop this thing that we say that guess what? Black Hispanic Native Indians are the greatest people on the face of the earth. They want to stop you saying that guess what? Christ is black.
Right.
They want to stop us from everything that we say on these streets. Huh? Let me get the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 15, Bible Shop.
So like if I may, sir.
Come on.
And we already see that whenever you see, when you talk about the pandemic, how they were censoring information with respect to the pandemic, or, like we do a lot of posting on social media now. And if I make a comment or if I make a title to a GIF or a meme or something, they'll say, well, posts like this have been flagged.
Right.
You won't consider revising your comment.
And guess what? When we go out and we teach this truth, we instantly become the enemies to every single body. Right. Like we see the brothers that's in Indianapolis, that woman drove her car into our school, into the Lord's school. And guess what? Because our brothers are so righteous and exercise such reserve, such restraint. The use of a car can be considered a deadly weapon. Right. Our brother says the other night, guess what? Eric Garner was selling loose on the street side. And they sent so many police cars to his brother and unalived that brother, man. For Lucy's, huh? They had cameras in the air, cameras everywhere, right? But you have a terrorist on American soil that attacked somebody's house and it barely made the goddamn news. It's not even, everybody should be outraged, right? If you really care for the lives of people across the world, how about that? If you're really concerned about all the things that you say and heard matter, all lives matter. That's a goddamn lie. You're proving that you're lying. Right. You're proving that it's a lie. Because if it was the truth, the way that you seen the incident that happened in the school of I.S.U.P.K, you should be outraged about it.
It's like it, sir.
Please, come on with it.
So I believe Captain I.S.U.P.K is ready, sir.
I am most high in Christ. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to preach the power of the Lord, Captain of 13,000, Captain I.S.U.P.K Banyamya. And with that, Barak.
Yeah, Bashim Ashai Brakatha. And so what's going on, Akim? What's going on, Akwath? Yeah, you all good?
Con, sir.
All right. Where we at right now?
I was just going over with the Akim, the restraint that the brothers showed in Indianapolis for not taking that's double life for the terroristic attacks that she implemented on the school. And we can have brothers like Eric Garner lose his life for a cigarette. selling Lucy's. But when he talk
Right.
about a terrorist attack on the school on American soil, it barely makes the news.
No, that's a good point. Why is that?
Because the world wants to see us as being the enemy.
The world what?
The world sees us as being the enemy. Like
That's
our lives don't matter to the rest of the world.
But okay, well, why does the world look at us as being an enemy?
So why?
Yeah,
So,
Khan.
because we've been portrayed throughout the earth as criminals and worthless. And so the other nations follow behind Esau in the perception of us. And everybody thinks that they could walk on us and get away with it and murder us and get away with it.
Is that working? Is it working?
So I think you muted, sir.
My man.
Count.
Tawada. Because of who?
The oppressor, sir. The way he has, yes, the oppressor has portrayed us as the criminals and the worthless ones. And so the whole world follows whatever attitude the oppressor puts out. Everybody follow the oppressor because he's in charge.
Yes. Let's start with the birth of the oppressor. Where do we start with the birth of the oppressor? Where?
Genesis 25, sir.
Genesis?
25th chapter.
No. We'll start.
Sir, the garden.
When you say in the garden, be a little more specific. What do you mean?
The serpent.
No. Hold on. I think you're onto something. I'm gonna take it there. Let's go there. Let's go there first. All right. Let's go there first. Is that before or after when does Cain kill Abel? Before or after?
After, I think.
After. Okay, so let's start in the garden first. All right. So go down and get it from me. I think it's Genesis 3:1, right?
Genesis chapter 3.
Verse 1.
Book of Genesis chapter 3 verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made.
This is what? This is his what? What are we talking about here?
His characteristic.
Yes. Correct. Right? And it's saying that he's the most what?
Subtle. More subtle than any beast of the field.
What does that mean? If you had to break it down today, Akim, how would you break it down today when it says subtle?
All right, let's see the meaning of subtle, sir.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Subtile is in he's cunning. He does things deceptively. So
yes.
Instead of just walking up to you and shooting you in the face, or just walking up to you and saying, I hate N-words and all of you stink, he'll have like racist, real estate practices that redline black people into the ghetto and then tell you to your face that he's your friend.
Yes. That's bringing it to today. You understand? He will tell you what, that a woman could what, abort her baby, but yet and still you have to what, pay child support. And if you don't pay child support, you're going where? To jail. You're gonna have to do some time. You understand? Right? He is subtle, meaning, as you're saying, he's not meeting you what, face to face. Right. He's not meeting you face to face. He's not telling you what, the truth. You understand? That's why everything this so-called oppressor tell you, you take with what, a pinch of salt. You take it knowing that what, more than likely, maybe 99% of the times, he's doing what? Lying to you. You understand? And you could turn the news on today and see that in full effect. Right? Right? Because how could we tell? Well, give me the definition of a terrorist. What's the definition of a terrorist?
It's like, sir. Terrorist definition: a person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims.
You understand? So what would he be considered in the black community? If we had our own, if we basically had our own government, like Palestine have their own government.
He's a terrorist, so Salaki.
Yes, he would be considered a terrorist by his definition to the black community. You understand? But because of words, because he let some of us in to his house, to his what, White House, we think that what, that he's our friend now, right? Right? But what is actually taking place there? He let you into the house knowing that what?
Salakia, sir. That you're his servant.
Yes. Yes. You are not coming to run nothing in that house. Right? You could go up there to be speaker of the house. They will allow you to partake in it, but you're not going to be the speaker of the house. You understand? You're not going to be the president. You're not. You understand? Shock news, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Barack Obama was not black. He was a so-called African.
That's right.
You understand? According to the Bible, he was a Hamite. Right? So now go back to Genesis for me now.
Wakan, sir, you said Genesis 3:1, right? Yeah. You want me to read it for you?
Go ahead.
Okay. Wakan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Right. Hold on. It was the most subtle beast, right? Of any beast in the field. And we know that what? That is speaking about what?
Nations.
Yes. All right. And where's the precept? Give me the precept.
Salaki says in Ezekiel 34, and I think it's 8.
Yeah, give me it. Let's read it. That's it. I'll read it for brothers and sisters who online taking in the class.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34 and verse 8. As I live, saith the Lord, God, surely because my flock became a prey, and
because my flock became a what?
A prey.
A prey. You understand? And you've seen that throughout the whole entire earth. What did that woman, why did that woman ram her car into our school? Because we are what?
We easy prey to them.
Because we are prey. Correct. You understand? We are prey. You understand? In her eyes. Right? Read on.
And my flock became meat to every Asalakim, to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd.
Because there were what?
No shepherd.
Every other nation has a what? A shepherd. Meaning a what?
A leader.
A leader. Every race on this planet, other than black people, have a leader with their face that looks like them. You understand? You name me a people on this earth that do not have a person in leadership that look like them. And we close up shop. You understand? Like, we the only people that have to be subjugated under another nation. Right? And your leaders not say nothing about it. And why your leaders not saying nothing about it? Go to the root of it. Why they're not saying anything about it?
So like it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because they get paid by the oppressor.
Yes, because of money. Money, 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 money. To the oppressor, he knows if you oppress it enough, there's one out of 1 million of us that he know he could buy. He know he can buy. He has a price tag. And how he knows that?
He knows, Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that because he know he has us in captivity,
mm-hmm.
and that he can do whatever he wants to us.
Give me examples.
Okay, sir. So we have the Christian church, I believe, would be the best example. Like Christian church, like every time there's a crisis or something goes down, all the pastors disappear. Like we haven't heard from them in like since October the 7th.
Since
like,
COVID-19.
Kind of what, sir? So
yes.
I think that's the best example that we could give.
Yeah, that's a good example. Give me another example. What, go ahead.
Well, could it be the fact that as far as blacks, Latinos, we could be bought so easily, like it's the lack of care for our own people. He knows he could just buy us all because we don't have standards like the Asian man. You can't even misrepresent him in a commercial. He'll just boycott the hell out of you. But black folks, we don't even, you could do whatever you want to our women and us. So they're like, well, hell, I know at least I can bribe them. They're not going to say no, I can give me my money because they don't stand on anything. And the Christian pastors, they teach us that young, meaning there's no laws and you just have to be a thief. Like so we're so poor, they can do whatever they want.
So I take that under the umbrella of Christianity, right? How again?
So, like, sir, if I may, if I could use that terrorist lady that decided to drive into the school instead of going to the ones that actually was unaliving those children and men and kids that she was talking about, she went to a black neighborhood and then did that. So she like, well, I can take my anger out on these black folks because I can get away with it, which she thought she could get away with.
Not quite on the topic as yet, because what I want to know is how we know that these black leaders can be bought or black people can be bought.
Salaki out of one. Because they recognize the conditions that we're in and they still turn their heads away for their own gain.
Yes. So for example, meaning this, did we have our own black league?
Come on.
And what happened? How did it get destroyed?
Because the people that was at the top allowed the players to you know, I get they sold out for the dollar to join the oppressor league.
Yeah, that's all. You can imagine you telling black people we're gonna have our own league, but they're not gonna get the money Esau giving them. Waiting LeBron gonna tell you.
They crazy.
Yeah, LeBron will tell you, I'm gonna sit right here. Come on.
Salaki, sir. I was about to say, what's his name? Ice Cube recently tried to come up with a lawsuit that he had against the NBA and the commissioners because they were saying they were trying to block the Big Three league from the contracts that they was getting with the different vendors and shut down the league.
Yes, because he trying to, you know, he's trying to bring that black league back. But he gonna need more than that. He gonna have to come in here and learn how to do it properly. You understand? Come on.
Could integration have something to do with it?
With money? But that's the reason. So who are you gonna go to with that with integration?
Right. We just went, you know.
Who took the bag?
The black leaders took the bag. Martin Luther King, you know.
Yes, Martin Luther King. And them other black leaders that was around him. You understand? So now, guess what? You, as a black leader, could be bored. So what's going to go on with the people? You're going to lead them what? Astray. Because you want money. You're going to tell them what? That we could join hand in hand with white people. We had to judge them not by the color of the skin, by the what? Content of their what? Character. Yeah, I mean, all these smooth words. Right? But you want us to have the integrity that you don't have as a black leader. You understand? It don't work like that. You understand? You as a black leader, you're going to have to show that integrity. You understand? That's why Commander Jerry YAHANNA, you know what I mean, is the black leader for the black community, Hispanics and Native Indians. Because he's a role model. You can't follow him. You understand? Right? But these are the black leaders. I can't vouch for them. Because I see it tuning on the news every day and seeing that they are not doing what they ought to be doing according to this Bible. You understand? Now, calm me back to Genesis.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Ye shall not what?
Eat of every tree of the garden.
Right. So here he comes trying to speak to who? Who is speaking to here?
Your Eve.
Who is a
woman? The woman.
Yes. And what does he know about Eve?
So like I said, she's the weaker vessel. She's deceivable.
Yes. And he knows it. And he did what? He chose what? Subtlety. He knew he couldn't go to Adam. So he went to who? Eve. And seduce her into thinking that what? That she could become a god. You understand? And now he put a separation between us and Eve. You understand? And I'll bring that to today. Has he kept that? Has the oppressor kept that? Yes. Now your woman fall out against you. You understand? And this is a woman, you know what I mean, in the world. You understand? Women in here, they're not against their husband. You understand? Not in here. We get things corrected in here. Everything is done in decency and in order. You understand? But outside of this school, brother, a brother is going through hell dealing with Eve. You understand? Vice versa. Eve is going through hell dealing with her brother. Why? Because there's so many obstacles put in between us. You understand? You ever come into the truth, right? Outside the truth, you're doing all manner of evil. And she with you, she down with you, everything. As soon as you come into the truth, you start to do what the Lord said to do. You stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You know what I mean? You stop smoking. You stop doing everything. You understand? You stop being basically a criminal against the Most High. You understand? And what? She wants to do what? What she wants to do? Akim?
Salaki, sir, could you repeat the question again?
I say you come into the truth, right? But your rib, she ain't in the truth with you. Right? You start correcting your life. You start doing everything the brothers in the school teaching you to do through this Bible. Right? What happens in that household?
Sluggish, sir.
She'll
pretty much, challenge. She'll challenge you or remind you or remind you who you used to be. She'll see you trying to go past it and be like, you ain't changed. You still do this or you still do that. Or she'll constantly go up against you, like fight that changing spirit in you. You know what I'm saying? Like really negative.
And what does she threaten to do?
Leave.
Yeah. That's every all what you're saying there is grounds for her doing what? To depart. You understand? To leave. You understand? And that grounds for her to leave is basically your oppressor. He already put a wedge in between you, but you don't see it until you really come into the truth. Once you come into the truth, you will really start to see the wedge that's put between you and your wife, your friends in the world, everything. You start to see it. Your eyes start to open. You understand? You now start to really look and see who you call friend. That woman that you're sleeping with every night. You know what I mean? You sleeping one eye open, you like a fish. Because you ain't know if she gonna put a pillow over your face or some hot water or something coming on you. You understand? Because you all become enemy. From where? And that's from your oppressor. And that all the way back in that garden. You understand? He put that spirit in Eve. You understand? Right? No. No. Bring me to where the mark actually got on him. Right? Give me where he started where he killed Abel. Right? So that's it. So we know in the garden, right? When that serpent is speaking about a man. And who has that spirit? The so-called oppressor has that spirit to today. You understand? That subtle spirit, right? You turn the news on, right? If you never knew what happened on October 7th, you turn the news on, you would swear that what? That the so-called oppressor, the so-called Jewish man is what? He's the victim. You swear that he's the victim. Come on.
I got the scripture that you asked for, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, and verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Right.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain.
Right. So the Lord said what? Carry me to where he killed Abel. Carry me to where he killed Abel. And this been the battle, you know what I mean, ever since. All right, come on.
8, sir.
Go ahead.
And Abel talked with Cain. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
All right, and slew him. You understand? Now, this is where you see again what the spirit of the so-called oppressor is coming to form. Why? Because he is what? Who is your oppressor on the earth? How would you describe him in one word?
He's the devil.
According to the Bible, how would you describe him? Yes, he's the devil. I'll take that.
This deceiver.
He's the devil. He's subtile.
A beast.
He's a beast. Come on, give me. Okay.
Salak is
come on.
Like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like he's like deceptive.
Yes, but you all need to use this English language, and the oppressor be using it on us.
Salak, sir.
Come on.
The white man.
No. Come on.
He's a murderer.
Who said it? Who said that?
Officer Kowal, murderer.
Yeah, he's a murderer. That's what that if you want. Okay, if I say you is your oppressor, right? It don't really ring until I say you're a murderer. Who wants to be called a murderer? You understand? There's certain things, certain names, certain reputation you do not want, and a murderer is one of them. You understand? Right? That's why when he turns the news on, before all of this this war that started in what do call it in West Asia or in the Middle East, we'll call it Middle East, right? We were looked at as being what? A criminal, thief. What did Trump say about the so-called Mexicans? There's what? They were rapists, right? Like these colorful language they keep on using to describe black people will make us look like what? Like we monsters are. We literal monsters. That's why they're able to go to court and say they felt what? What's the first thing to say after they shoot us and they get going court?
So like I said, they fear for their life.
You fear for their life. You understand? They fear for their life. Why? Because every night you're being described as being a terror in America, as being the problem. Anything come up, the murder rate go up. Who can blame?
We do, sir.
We do. But go ahead.
No, I was going to say the police officer that murdered the brother in Colorado, he got off.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, but when you really go do the research, you clearly see that that he's actually the murderer on the face of the earth. That's why the Bible calls him what? The devil. Because as the brother's saying, he's a deceiver. He deceives you into thinking that you're the worst father on the face of the earth. But when you go look at the statistics, you're actually the best. You get called a murderer, but when you actually go look at the statistics, guess what? He's the murderer. Right. You understand? And we're gonna have to start getting real skill with his language. Right? What did do you all have the heading for that article? For the article on the brothers in Indianapolis, there's about 2 or 3 headings I see. Who could pull it up for me? Tabone, can get that for me? All right. While he's getting that, read on. Who's reading what for me? I think we in Genesis still, right? So read on.
Genesis 3, chapter 3, verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, ye shall
not there. Come to Carry me to Cain and Abel.
4 and 15,
Finish
sir.
that one.
You said
go ahead and
Genesis
read that for me.
Kind of concept.
I think Yana was reading that for me, right? We stopped at.
Yes, kind of one. So we read 15. You want me to read it again?
No, skip down. Skip down
You
to
want,
where
when
you
he
was.
killed his brother?
When he what?
When he killed his brother.
Yes.
Or when he was. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against his brother and slew him.
Somebody, hold on. Somebody talking. How about that one? Put yourself on mute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 11. You want me to read verse 11? That's when he's cursed.
Yes, we need that one.
Verse 10. And he said, "What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground."
Right.
Verse 11.
That's what? That's his brother. What? Means what? His brother is what? Crying for what?
Justice.
Yes, his brother is crying for justice. Just like blacks and Hispanics and Native Indian who were murdered by the so-called oppressor. You understand? Their blood cried for justice. All right? We could clearly see that the so-called Jewish man, he knows how to get justice. Right? The so-called Americans across here, they know how to get justice. Every race or every other nation than black people, they fully understand what justice is. We don't. You understand? Our forefathers or foremothers, brothers, sisters, their blood is crying out for justice.
Right.
Right? Read on.
Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth.
You understand? The Lord did what? Curse him from the what? From the earth. Meaning what?
He got to go.
Okay, give me a little more. When they say go, where he had to go?
He has to go. He has to be punished for what he did. You know.
Give me so where does he have to go?
Sir.
Come on.
He has to go from out of the garden, out of.
Hold on. One at a time. Hold on, Giannis. Go ahead. About that one.
He goes to the mountains.
All right, and that's what the scriptures say. Meaning what? Anyway, on this earth, he has what?
He became
no ownership. No ownership. He owns nothing on this earth. Nothing. He owns nothing. Right?
What
did he? Come on.
That he became a vagabond.
Yes, that's what it's saying in verse 12. So read on. Read verse 12, Yaniza.
Verse 12. When thou tilleth the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond thou be in the earth.
And now,
verse 13.
This is the curse the Lord put on him. You understand? This is the curse the Lord put on him. But he's trying by every means to go around it. So guess what? He can't till the earth. So guess who he goes and get? He goes and get us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to plant him food, to do everything for him. You understand? He goes and rob the whole entire earth. You understand? To get America, to get what? So-called Israel, that plot of land, Russia, everywhere. right? And he came off from down what? The Caucasus Mountain. Let's read on.
Verse 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
You understand? Because Cain realized what? Cain realized what? He has no inheritance. The Lord took everything from him for being a what?
A murderer.
That's why that name, that reputation, you do not want. You understand? Being called a murderer is, nigh on to be called, being called, you know what? You understand? It ain't good.
Concept.
Nobody wants you around, right? And that's why the Lord what? Driving from the face of the earth. Because you can't have people like that living amongst the civilized people. Because what's going to happen with people like that living among civilized people? What's going to happen?
He's going to cause all kind of discord and murder and chaos, just like he has done in the earth.
Yes, that's why the earth is the way it is. Because he is not where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be where? In the mountains, off the earth, somewhere, hiding. You understand, with his people. But he's on the earth, all in Europe, all in South America, Africa, everywhere. And wherever he goes, what follows? What follows him?
Death.
Blood.
Yes. Blood follows him. You understand? That's why the Lord told Cain this. Right? Read on.
Verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
And it fugitive and a what?
Vagabond.
Right. Remember, we say he's what? This subtle beast or subtile beast of the earth. Today, when you look at your oppressor, does he look like a fugitive and a vagabond?
Sir.
Who looks like a fugitive and vagabond?
Israel.
Yes, Israel. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Today, you will what? You will think that we, the vagabonds, like we don't have nowhere to go. We don't have a land to go to. Right? They tell us to do what? Go back to where? To Africa. To do what? We tried that. Right? With Marcus Garvey. Did it work? No, it didn't work. It failed. Failed horribly. All right? Those brothers and sisters in Jamaica who left and went to Ethiopia, did it work? No. What about those brothers and sisters who left and went to so-called Israel? That is shipping back now, today, out the country. And work.
And it's like it's made the rest of them is in the Israeli military.
Yeah. On the front line, Operation Shield. You understand? All right. Read on.
And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
All right. Why is he saying that?
So like I said, because of his reputation as a murderer. So everybody aware of him. So they don't want him around.
Yes. Meaning this, a fugitive and a vagabond. What's a fugitive?
He's a homeless murderer.
No. Tell me what a fugitive is. Give me. Come
on. Someone who's escaping justice, like the movie Harrison Ford played back in the day.
Yes. Somebody's trying to escape justice. He's a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. You understand? Like he is trying to escape. He's constantly trying to escape justice. Right? He is in space. He has a space force to do what? What is he trying to do?
To fight against the Most High, sir.
Yes, because he's trying. Go ahead.
Oh, slug it, sir. I said he's trying to escape them thermonuclear destruction.
Yeah, he's trying to escape. Yes, he's trying to escape justice. He's trying hard to escape justice. All right, read on.
Verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord say, mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
You understand? So now the Lord mark Cain. And what's that mark? That mark is where? Now you can see it where? In his skin. Yes. Now you touch any of Cain's descendants, you understand? What happens?
You get punished sevenfold.
You get what?
And you get punished like sevenfold.
Yes, you get what do you call it again? You get punished, you get killed. Right? How many people did Hamas kill?
So like I said, 1,200. And they've already killed over.
No, I think Hamas killed unalive, I think like 1,400 of them. Right? And the so-called Israelis, right, who has the marker Cain, killed how much of them already? Over 10,000.
Yes, over 10,000.
That's more than what? That's more than what? 7 times?
Got a one car.
You understand? He has the mark of Cain. He's not an Israelite.
Right.
You understand? You ever hear him say he's an Israelite? What does he say?
I'm an Israeli.
Oh, I'm a what? I'm what? I'm Jewish.
Jewish.
Right? Good. We're going to come to that, though. Any more on that? No, I think that was it.
That was it on that, sir.
Right, but no, read 16.
Kind of one concert. Verse. I got it. Okay. Verse 16. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden.
Meaning, what does it mean he went out from the presence of the Lord?
So, like I say, if I may, does that mean like he went out from civilization? Like he went into the wilderness?
I would take that. Meaning what? He left from what? Where was he? He was where?
In the Garden of Eden, in a beautiful place where the crops grew and everything.
Yes. Hold up.
Now he.
No, hold on. This is what Genesis 4.
Kind of one call, sir.
All right. No, because remember, I think Adam and Eve had to leave out, right?
Yeah, they got put out too.
They got put out, right? So when he left out from the presence of the Lord, meaning what? The Lord no longer what? Had his back. Yeah, he no longer cared about him. So he went and dwelt in the land of Nod. Lord, wherever, whatever. Right? Go in the mountains. Who cares? All right, the Lord sent him from the face of the earth. So he had to go from off the face of the earth. Find somewhere, as I say, in the wilderness, somewhere where, you ever hear saying behind God back? You living behind God back? You ever hear that saying?
Say again, sir?
You ever hear this saying you are living behind God back?
Canada one can. I heard old time
That must
people
be
say you
something
live
from
back
the. What you say about that one?
cancer. I've heard old time folks said that you live about places. They say you live back of God.
Yeah.
Referring to some remote place.
Yes, which as Yanaza was saying, like you living in the wilderness where there's no phone, nothing.
Right.
In the jungle. You understand? Where there's no civilization, as he was saying. Correct. Right? And that's where he was supposed to be. But what happened? No, you bring it up. You come on up. Then we came to what? Then we go to what? Genesis what? Genesis 25 and what?
We start at 21, sir.
Yeah, go to Genesis 21.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 21.
I think it's no Genesis 25, right? Take it 25 and 25.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
All right, so this is Esau, right? And Jacob we're reading about here, right? And who's their father?
Isaac, sir.
Isaac, all right? Father is Isaac, all right? And now you're reading about the birth of Esau, you right? The so-called what? Caucasian, right? And that's another thing he did also too. Your oppressor went and changed all the names of the race that's inside the Bible. He changed it to do what? To confuse blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to confuse the earth. You understand? So that they would not look at him as being what? Esau. Because any scholar who read the Bible will tell you that Esau what? What would they tell you about Esau if they read the Bible thoroughly?
That the Most High hates him.
Yes. And he can't have you looking at him like the way the Most High looks at him. He tries to portray himself as a what? As a God. You understand? As somebody who is what? The savior to this earth. Right? Your prime minister is being a dictator. Right? He sends his troop to do what? To free you, to give you what? Democracy. You understand? Like he does not want the earth knowing that he's Esau. That's why the truth that's being brought out. That's why they're trying to stop it. They're trying to call us what? Who look up the names, the heading of these articles.
Sluggy, so I got one from ABC.
Go ahead.
This is ABC News. Indiana woman allegedly crashes on purpose into what she thought was Jewish police slocking on what she thought was Jewish school.
Right.
And it goes
Go ahead.
And it says a woman who believed she was crashing her car into a Jewish school has been arrested by police in Indiana. Ruba Almagate. The
Palestinian.
Yeah, Ruba Almagate, 34, allegedly crashed her car into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge in Indianapolis on Friday, mistakenly thinking it was a pro-Jewish organization. Nobody was injured.
All right. Give me one other heading. Give me the other heading.
Heading says Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the headings.
That's the heading. That's all I want.
Yeah. It says, this is from the Jerusalem Post. Indiana woman attacks Black Hebrew Israelite building, believing it to be Jewish.
Right? That's another one. Give me the early ones, the ones that came out early, where they say we anti-Semitic and we a hate group.
So lucky, yes, sir.
I got one.
Oh. That one I said, in the police arrest terrorists. So lucky.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. In the police arrest terrorists for purposely driving her car into what she thought was a Jewish school.
I got one here on news.
Go ahead.
On news 4. It says, Indy police arrest terrorist for purposely driving her car into a home used by a hate group.
Yeah, that's the one. That's one of the first articles that came out, I believe. That's the first one I saw.
All that whole day was the same headline, hate group.
Right. You understand? Like they use language to do what? To try to what? Throw you off. So now you simple. You sitting on home and seeing a hate group, and guess what? You believe it. You believe it.
Sir,
come on.
If I may, sir. Like, and also they try to justify her, but it's all a lie because she drove a good distance. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't live around there. She knew where the hell she was going.
Yeah. And she claimed she wasn't mad. She wasn't crazy. So she knew where it was. All right. She just knew that what? There's a school with a shield on it. So guess what? I'm going to drive my car into this place because I know these black men, you know what I mean? The police ain't going to do nothing. Ain't going to do me nothing, or the authorities won't do me anything. I will get off of this.
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
This headline comes from the Times of Israel, one of their leading magazines over there.
Mm-hmm.
It says, U.S. woman drives car into anti-Semitic group's building, mistaking it for a Jewish school.
You understand? Anti-Semitic. That's another one. All right? We're going to get to all of that. All right? Trying to portray us as what?
Criminals.
Yeah. Or what? People who do what? Who harm other people. You understand? You're right when they say criminals. Right? Now go back to Genesis 25 and 25.
And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
Like a what?
Hairy garment.
All right. Now, you could clearly see now. If that so-called Israeli don't take a shave, what's going to happen?
He's going to look like a grizzly bear. That's what.
Yes, like Cousin Ed. You understand? He gonna look like a football. You understand? He gonna look, you know what I mean, like what's that advertisement again with them with the caveman? Yeah, he gonna look just like that without you know what I mean, razors. You know what I mean, without a razor blade.
I think it was Geico.
Yes, that's it, Geico. You understand? He gonna look just like that. All right. Now read on.
God, sir. And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name what?
Esau.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You will not learn this in your Christian church. Right. You're not going to learn who these people are, who your oppressor is in the Christian church. He is Esau. You understand? The so-called Americans, they are what? Esau. The Englishman, Esau. Russia, Esau. Ukraine, Esau. Israel, the Israelis, Esau. Spain, Esau. Portugal, Esau. Netherlands, Esau. France, Italy, Esau. You understand? Europeans, Esau. They are oppressors. All right? Ireland, the Irish, Scotland. All right, read on.
One con. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Right. And his hands took hold of what?
Esau's heel.
Right. Which lets you know that what was happening?
War.
They was fighting in Woolmark. And you realize they didn't describe Jacob, right? Why didn't they describe Jacob?
Shall I get, sir, if I may?
Uh-huh.
Well, Esau is the only baby that's described in the whole Bible. There's no other baby described physically in the whole Bible.
And why?
Because he was different from everybody else.
Yes, we were normal. He was not. You understand? He is not. You can clearly see he is not normal. You understand? You look at an Englishman, brother, you swear you're looking at a Yeti that just shaved. You understand? You look at these Caucasian, you swear it's a Yeti. You understand? One of these animals that just, with no lips. I ain't gonna say it. That shave and just have no pigmentation. I want YouTube to shut us down.
So
I ain't gonna say it. Come on.
Esau, if I'm correct, if my memory's good, like Esau means like doesn't that mean wasted away? If I'm correct, if my memory's good, that's what it means, wasted away.
I'm not too sure. We could look it up in his Van. I can't recall 100%. All right, we could look it up in his Van. Somebody, let's look it up for me, right? Right. So now, right. What? Okay, are black people Shemitic, Hispanics, and Native Indians? What makes us Shemitic?
We're Semitic because, if I may, because we descended from Shem.
Yes. And what do they push that makes us not Shemitic?
Africans. We are Hamites.
Yes, that we are Africans. When the Bible clearly says that we are not what? We're not African. You understand? Clearly. Right?
So like I said, if I may, also like the Philistines, the original Philistines were Hamites.
Yeah.
That's in Genesis 10 and 14. They come from the line of Ham.
Yes.
And Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
The name Palestine actually means Salaki in the Greek, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the Palestinians is what was Goliath, Salaki? The Philistines.
Yeah.
Philistine. He was a Philistine.
They stole the name too out of one.
Yeah, but and then land everything. And these are what people don't understand. People just I shouldn't say people, but the oppressors, they know the real history. That's why they will fight tooth and nail for that land. They know that land does not belong to the so-called Palestinians. You understand? So they're gonna fight for it. And it's basically survival of the fittest. You understand? They know. Because what did the Palestinians have to do to get that land?
They had to take it. They had to go to war and take it.
Yeah, they had to unalive. You know what I mean? They had to make widows. You understand? They had to make orphans. They had to kill unalive people to get that land.
So, like, are they the remainder of the Ottoman Empire?
More, I believe so. Right, and then after the Ottoman Empire, I believe in World War. I think it's World War either one.
World War I and what?
No, I think I believe it's two. World War II. No. It could be. I'm not too sure the whole minute, but it's England and France.
Come on, 1914.
Yes, made a deal with the so-called Jewish man.
Come on,
right, to get that land that the Palestinians are on, without even bringing the Palestinians in on what they had planned on doing. Right, which that been happening to us ever since he came out of the mountains. He have been stealing, raping, and murdering to get whatever he have.
I
think it's Theodore Herzl, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not too sure. You're gonna make my head smoke. I ain't too sure. I'm how to look it up. I forget some of these history, especially when it comes to World War I and World War II. We got to do maybe a class on that sometime in the near future on World War I and II. All right. Now where we at?
Genesis 25 and 26 we just read.
Right. So now we know who Esau is, right? So the people who call themselves Jewish, who are they in the Bible?
So I can say, if I may,
come on, Amalek. So look up Amalek for me in the Bible. Let's see where he first shows up.
Genesis 36 and 8, sir.
Right, read it.
So like, give me a second, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 8. Oh, no, it's like 12. Hold on a second. I know it's in here somewhere. Okay, let's start at, we can start at 15. Amalek. Where's Amalek?
No, go to Genesis 36 and 12.
Yeah, that's it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adam, Adah, Esau's wife.
Right. I know when it comes to Amalek, right? Go skip to verse 16.
Verse 16. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Sapho, Duke Kenaz.
Which one here? Genesis 36 and 16? Read it one more time.
Duke Salakia. I was reading 15. Salakia. Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek.
And what you recognize with so-called Esau, he calls his people by what?
Dukes.
His elites, dukes. That's why you have the Duke of what? Buckingham. Duke of this, Duke of that. Because that's not our custom. That's his custom. All right, we ain't dukes. All right. Read on. And Duke what? And Duke what?
Duke Amalek. These are
Duke Amalek.
These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom.
Meaning these are the what? These are the elites of them. All right. Now, what is Amalek? Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, they're their founding fathers. These are the founding fathers of their nation.
Of the dukes.
Yeah.
No, not so much. You know what I mean? The dukes, like the main ones. And now, what is Amalek relationship to Israel?
Salakia, sir. He is a definite enemy to Israel from the gate. Like, like the Most High, like he's a cowardly bastard, to be honest. Like, because the Most High hate him, and he told us never forget what they did to us. That's in Deuteronomy 25 and 17.
Yes. Like this, okay. Of all of them, of all your oppressors, he's the number one in them that hates you. You know what I mean? He is the number one. Number one. Right? He tried to do what? He tried to slaughter us. While we were what? While we
were coming, when we came out of Egypt, they attacked the rear of the caravan.
So meaning what? He attacked who?
the weak and the sick and the women and the old people that was at the rear.
So he attacked who?
Israel.
I see we got Tabo one. We got to do some English classes. I'm gonna be in the front row.
Sir.
Come on.
Black Hispanics and natives.
Yeah, okay. You all sounding nice. Picture you all on the news and you all giving black people the news. He attack who?
Niggas, sir.
No.
The weak.
God's
he attacked
people.
Who? It starts with a C. Now I'm doing what I call that prices, right?
So lucky, sir. Children.
No. He attacked who?
The congregation.
Come on, Tabo one.
Could you repeat the question, sir?
Who did he attack? Who did Amalek attack when he attacked the weak and the people in the back? Who did he attack? What is he doing right now in the Gaza? Who is he attacking?
The defenseless, the weak.
That's what I see. How to give you it?
Children. Children.
Somebody just said it. No? Somebody just said it.
Children, right?
No. I think Abada one, you said it.
The congregation.
No.
So that
I'm gonna give it.
Children.
I'm gonna give it. Civilians.
Right?
Oh,
come on, Khan.
He attacked civilians. Right? That's who he attacked. And when I say civilian, what does that mean?
So that means they're not in the military.
Meaning what?
They're not soldiers. They're not trained to fight.
Meaning what?
They're defenseless, that's Salakia.
Yeah, they're defenseless, but meaning what? When these oppressors do the mass murdering, right? The mass unaliving, where do they go?
To where the young kids are at.
Which is called a what? They go to where?
A school.
It's Sasra, and not just school.
Civilizations.
No, it starts with an S. I'm trying to get hip to Esau language. They go to soft targets. Soft targets. What are soft targets?
Targets that can't fight back.
Yeah. So you go kill a weak old man. Why? You go on unalive a weak old man. Why?
Like yes, sir.
Yes.
Because they see that he's vulnerable.
Yes, he's a soft target. They could kill him easily. You understand? And that's what he's doing right now. He's bombing the piss out of Afghanistan and killing what? Civilians. Like if he wants, he could win the war. What? He could win that war. What? Within the week if he wants. If he really wanted to. You could imagine if they didn't have if them Hamas didn't have what you call them? Hostages, what would have happened? Brother, the type of killing that would have been taking place in there, it would have been ridiculous. You understand? And it's still ridiculous right now. You hearing the kind of killing that's going on in there. If you're a reporter, you more likely you're gonna get killed. You understand? They show plenty clips on the news where people are trying to leave. They're trying to leave and they're getting killed. Soft targets. Soft targets. But again, they're gonna say what? They're at war. So you don't know who's who. Right? That's the excuse. But they had no excuse when they did Israel this. They knew who was at the was at the back. They knew. You understand? And what condition was Israel in?
They was like on the brink of political chaos before this went down. Like Netanyahu was in trouble.
No. I talking about them. Them ain't them. When I say Israel, I'm moving back to our people. If I'm talking about Amalek and them, I'll say Jewish or the Israeli. All right.
So,
but our people, when Amalek did what they did to us, right? How were we? What condition were we in?
We were tired and weary and hungry and thirsty and weak.
Yes, we were, as best as they could put it, we were weak. Right? We were what you would say, we didn't have a standing military.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
But it says that like when they counted the troops, we had like 600,000 men, soldiers. But they let the men that were in the front of the caravan, they let them pass. And then they attacked the old and the feeble at the rear of the caravan. So we had some warriors, but they didn't want to fight those warriors. They wanted to kill those the weakest of the weak.
Yes, that's why what? That's why the Lord sent who back? Who the Lord sent back to deal with them?
King, the first king.
Yes, King Saul.
King Saul, concept.
Right? King Saul. Right? So we've been at war with Amalek ever since. You understand? The Lord have a perfect hatred for Amalek. You understand? Go to hold on. Where we at right now?
We're in Genesis 25. I mean, Genesis 36, and we just read 16, sir.
Go to Exodus 17 and 14.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will surely put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
You understand? Like that is a what? That is a if, a maybe. What is that?
That is the word of the Most High.
Yeah, meaning what? That is surety.
Yeah.
That is a surety. And Amalek has proven why the Lord is going to do what? Remove his remembrance from off the face of the earth. Because of what he did to us. You understand? What he did to us. He stole our land, our identity. You could imagine somebody stealing the identity and portraying to be you. Brother, you're gonna be so upset. And you know what it is to be upset and you can't do nothing about it? You literally can't do nothing about it. You understand? The Lord, we had to wait on the Lord to put a hand on this man. All right? Read verse 16.
Uh, 17. There's no 16. It ends at 15.
17. Exodus 17 and 16.
Exodus 17. It ends at, okay, there it is. My bad, sir.
No problem.
Verse 16. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
You understand? And the Lord is what caused that to happen in the Middle East right now with Amalek and the Palestinians. And that war is not going to, you know what I mean? It's not going to calm down the way you think it's going to calm down. You understand? That's just what? What did Christ say in the New Testament? It's just what? It's just the beginning of sorrows. Just the beginning. The Lord say he's going to do what? He will have war with Amalek from what? Generation to generation. They're not going to have peace. They're not. So they better clip up good and well. America better send them the best weapons possible. The best. All right? Go to Numbers 24 and 20.
Hey, Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Regarding that war that is happening, the Ohio class, that submarine that the Americans send up there, isn't it as nuclear? It's nuclear powered, but isn't it also a nuclear capable submarine?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
Yeah. You know, America have it. But they have it as a what? They say they have it as a what? Deterrent. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
You understand? And the Lord, he ain't messing around. He ain't fitting to play with Amalek. Amalek think he could take our name. He could call himself Jewish. He could call himself a Jew. He can say he's one of God's chosen people. Remember, who could get the article or even the news clip where Netanyahu he quoted. Could you pull it up from tab one? If not the news clip,
where Netanyahu did what, sir?
He claimed he quoted a verse in the Bible about Amalek, and he used that as a reason to go to war with the so-called Palestinians.
Okay, I have a okay, I don't have a news clip just yet, but I see stories.
Yeah, see if you get where what he literally said. All right. Now go to Deuteronomy 25 and 17.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, and verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt.
Right? Remember what?
What Amalek did unto thee by the way.
Go ahead.
When ye were come forth out of Egypt.
Right. Remember what Amalek did.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I got the clip, sir, or a clip. Now, of course, Netanyahu doesn't. I don't think he speaks English. But I got a clip that basically shows him saying it, and it translates what he's saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
First. Oh gosh. One second.
Amalek has done. You must remember what Amalek has done to you, says our Holy Bible. And we do remember, and we are fighting. Our brave troops and combatants who are now in Gaza or around Gaza and in all other regions in Israel are joining this chain of Jewish heroes, a chain that has started 3,000 years ago from Joshua ben Nun until the heroes of 1948, the 6-Day War, the 73 October War, and all other wars in this country. Our hero troops They
Right, so
have
that's about
one
today.
supreme main
So
goal
he said what?
complete.
What did he say? Remember what? What Amalek did.
What Amalek did.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's Amalek.
Yes.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
The Palestinians, he trying to say that the Palestinians are Amalek.
Yeah, well,
because
yes,
people don't know who Amalek is, so he's able to get away with that.
Yes, he is. It's just like saying that Hamas is ISIS. It's like saying that. You understand? So he knows that Amalek in the Bible, everything we read about Amalek in the Bible, what the Lord wanted for them.
War,
but give them
to
a
be
little
cut
more.
off.
Yes, the Lord wanted them destroyed. Come on.
Come. That's what I was gonna say. Salaki.
Huh?
No, yeah, I was gonna say he wanted Amalek eradicated.
Yes. Yes, he wanted them eradicated, eliminated. He wanted them from off the face of the earth. That's what he wanted. So now he's using that as saying that what? Hamas is who? Like Amalek. And they have to get what? Wiped off the face of the earth for what they did to God's chosen people, which he claims to be. But he's not. He's Amalek. And what he has been doing on the earth, the Lord is going to judge him for that. What he did to black people, the Lord going to judge him for that. You understand? All your curriculum in school. Who do you think decide the curriculum in school? You understand? Who decides your rap music, your R&B? Who decides all of that? Right?
Amalek.
Who decides what's on the news? What you're going to see on the news? Now you understand why you're being portrayed on the news as being the most evilest person on the face of the earth, because he is in charge of the news. Amalek is in charge of the news. You understand? The oppressor. And his name changed in history to what? What's his name? After Amalek, what we knew him to be?
Khazar.
Huh?
Khazar.
Yes. Khazar, and what again?
Israeli.
Ashkenaz.
The Ashkenaz.
Right.
Yes. You understand? And now, today they call him what?
Israeli.
Yes, the Israeli. And he calls himself what? Jewish. Right? And what does he say? What's it? I'm gonna come back to that. I can't remember exactly what I was gonna say, but he says something. Oh, let me see. We'll come back to that. Right, where we at right now?
We're in Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Well, we read 17. We in 18.
All right, go to 19. Skip to 19.
Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it shall be when the Lord hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it.
Thou shalt what?
Not forget it.
And we have forgotten it, right? The Lord is saying what? We shall not forget it. And in this school arc, we have not forgotten it. You understand? The Christian church have forgotten it. You know what I mean? The brothers and sisters who became Muslims, they have forgotten it, but not in this school. You understand? We haven't forgotten what Amalek did. and what he continues to do to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? Continue to label us as anti-Semitic. For what? Because we say that you're not the Jew? Now let's indulge him for a minute, right? What does he call himself?
Israeli.
Yes, but what does he call himself? What does he normally call himself?
Jewish.
Jewish. And now let's say he calls himself a Jew, right? What does that mean?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Like it means like or similar to.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
Because it's a suffix. Ish is on the end of the word Jewish. So it's a
Very
suffix,
good.
meaning like, adopted or pertaining to, sir.
Yes, very good. Now let's take the suffix out, right? And he calls himself a Jew. What is he calling himself? What is he saying?
Chosen people. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but okay.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
He's saying he's Judah.
Yes. That's the only one, right? He's calling himself what? Judah. Right? You're with me, right?
Sir.
Right? And also to, okay, and not just Judah. What is he calling himself?
What is the southern kingdom, sir?
That's it, the southern kingdom. And who was part of the southern kingdom?
Judah, Levi, and Benjamin.
Yes. And all of them, it just described, they are called there. If you had to describe them, they are what? One word.
Black.
Israelite.
No, one word is black.
Black.
They're all black. You understand? That's why some of them say they're from the tribe of what? If they're not from the tribe of Judah, what do they say? Yeah.
They Levite.
And who was from the tribe of Levi?
Salakia, Moses, sir.
Moses. And is there any proof that Moses was black?
Sir.
Where? Where?
Salakia, sir.
Exodus.
He blended in with the Egyptians of his time.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Uh-huh.
Is it when he stuck his hand in his bosom?
Yes, find that for me. That's the one.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 6. And the Most High said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom.
Why was Moses doing this?
So like I said, he needed something to show the people that the Most High was with him.
The people?
Israelites, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, sir. Salaki.
All right. Read on.
Khan, sir. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
His hand was what?
Leprous as snow.
How does the Israeli look?
Leprous as snow.
Yeah, where's my reader? Where's my reader? Who's my reader? Yeah, Shal Shak.
Sir.
Right? How does the Jewish man looks?
Leprous as snow, sir.
Yeah, he has no pigmentation. None whatsoever. Right, read on.
Khan, verse 7. It was turned again as his
And it turned again as his what?
His other flesh.
His other flesh. Meaning what? It went back to his original color.
Right.
He was not what? He wasn't white.
That's right.
He was not Caucasian. So you're not from the tribe of Levi. You're not from the tribe of Judah. You're not from the tribe of Benjamin. You're from the tribe of Amalek. You're a duke of Amalek. You understand? You're not one of us. And the Lord wants you. The Lord have a red dot on your back. You understand? A big red dot on your back. All right? Now, carry me to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 35. And I think 6. All right? Bankiel, be on standby right now. I'll send you something there. You got it?
Come on. You said Ezekiel 35:6, sir?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, said the Most High Power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
I will what?
I will prepare thee unto blood.
I will prepare thee unto blood. Read on.
And blood shall pursue thee.
And blood shall what?
Pursue thee.
And blood shall pursue thee. That's why what's going on the earth right now. Why is it saying his blood is pursuing him? Why?
Because he's loved blood. He's had so much blood shed himself.
Yeah. Since you love blood, blood gonna follow you. Since you love it, blood going to follow you. And it ain't gonna be because of us. It's because of what the Lord said. We won't have to raise our hand to do anything. Everything that's taking place on this earth right now, the Lord is allowing it to happen for a reason. The Lord is coming to judge this earth. And Amalek is number 1 on the list. You're number 1 on the list. The Lord have a checklist. Amalek and the rest of the Caucasians, but you first. He wants you first. Right? Read on.
Come. Sith, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, you don't hate blood. You will unalive 10,000 people. Half of them babies. Why? Because you don't hate blood.
It's a lie, sir.
Come on.
It's heavy too, because this is how you know this is a Negro's book, man. Because it's like, since you hated blood, since you love blood so much, I'm gonna make sure that blood pursue you. Like, only we talk like that. So like,
yeah. Damn straight. That's how we talk. You understand? Read on.
Come. Verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
You understand? Like the Lord, this is future prophecy here going on. And we in this time right now, you understand? And all these things, you're going to hear ton of unaliving taking place on this earth because the Lord fitting to judge it. You understand?
Come.
The Lord is fitting to judge this place. And as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we had to get right with the Lord. We have to get right with the Lord. If we don't get right with the Lord, then guess what? We're going to have to join them. Join them heathens. As the scripture said, though hand join in hand, the what? The wicked shall not go unpunished. You understand? And you don't want to be caught hand in hand with them. Right? Bankiel.
Khan.
Give me what you have there.
Chosen people from the Caucasus.
right? And it says, the book says what? Chosen people from where?
The Caucasus.
Which he's letting you know that what? They are not God-chosen people. God does not have a chosen people from the Caucasus. God don't have Caucasians as his people. Read on.
Jewish origins, delusions, deceptions, and historical role in the slave trade, genocide, and cultural colonization.
Because you ain't scared of taking blood. You ain't scared of enslaving people. You ain't scared of genociding people. Well, the Lord has some fear waiting for you. He has some waiting for you in them tunnels. You understand? He has something waiting for you on the earth. And guess what? Black men, Hispanic men, and Native Indians, we ain't got nothing to do with that. So you Palestinians, you whoever, leave us out of your business.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? Leave us out of your business. You have an issue, take that up with your oppressor, with the so-called Jewish man, or take it up with the Lord. But leave us out of it. We have nothing to do with it. We're just trying to survive. We're just trying to read the Bible. We're just trying to, serve the Lord. That's all we're trying to do. You know what I mean? We're just minding our business. Just like you all were minding your business, we trying to mind our business. All right? Read on.
This is the highlighted portions, Adawan.
Yeah. Just for time's sake.
Comic-Con. Forward. Whereas for the last 500 years, most historical records have been distorted.
Has been what?
Distorted.
Just like what you're seeing on the news right now. What you're seeing on the news right now. The news is being what?
Distorted.
Distorted. So now you had to have your head on. You just can't sit down and watch the news and think what? That they're talking the truth. They're about what? They're about 5 different news outlets. And you can't believe not one of them.
Right.
But guess what I could believe? I could believe that Bible.
That's
You know what I mean? I believe the Bible over your news. And I believe what the Bible says about Amalek. You understand? And the Lord wants to destroy him. So I know, I don't care what's the reason why they're in all of this. All I know, they're in this for Black people and Hispanics and Native Indians so that we could be free. That's all I know.
That's right.
You could bring a news. I'm going to say news. Your news is entertainment for me.
That's right.
That's all. I turn it on and it's entertainment for me. Why? Because when I read what I read in the Bible, I can see the parallel with what's going on the news. You understand? I can see the parallel. Right? I don't care who's winning, who's what. You all at it. People getting unalive. This happening is for a reason. And I have nothing to do with it. So YouTube, I'm not condoning all the killing that is all alive and that's taking place. All I'm saying is it's in the Bible. It's recorded in the Bible that these things would happen.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. All right? Come on.
Most historical records have been distorted to make people of European descent feel good at the expense of the majority of mankind.
You understand? So therefore, guess what? In Florida, it's banned that you cannot have what?
Critical race theory.
Critical race theory. And they're trying to ban it all over the United States. You understand? And now there are books that counteract the 1619 project.
Sir.
I forget the name of the book. Come on.
So like I don't want, if you go into Barnes and Noble, wherever the 1619 project book is, they have those counter pieces of literature right to the book. They actually put them before the book.
You understand? And that's because they don't want to feel bad. These Europeans don't want to feel bad about what they did. Because that word murderer, your forefathers are murderers, that don't sit well with them. To them, they work hard for what they have. So now to come and tell them their father murdered and pillaged and was a thief in the earth to get what they have, it's heartbreaking. You understand? It's heartbreaking. Nobody wants to come to realization that their father was a rapist. Nobody. You understand? Or your father was a murderer. You understand? Your father committed genocide on a nation. Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants that on their hand. How in the hell are you going to watch yourself in the mirror? Knowing that you come from them people. Right? So they had to do what? They had to go and distort the history. All right? They had to go distort it. They had to go and make it look as if what? Andrew Jackson, he was a good man. He was a good American. You understand?
It's a lockout one.
Come on.
This in Obadiah 1:10, where it talks about the shame that shall cover them. That's what they don't want their to experience.
Yes.
When they talk about slavery, when they talk about the Middle Passage and the transatlantic slave trade, and everything that's happened to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Trail of Tears, they don't want little white children to feel ashamed of what their people have done. It's a lot.
Yes, correct. So now, guess what? We're going to distort history. We're going to make sure what you're learning in school is not what real history is.
That's right.
Right? And now you make it so hard for us where young black kids, they don't want to go to school. Why they don't want to go to school? Because what they're learning, what they're actually learning in school.
Right.
They learning, Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
They learning to hate one another and to destroy one another, man.
Worse than that, they're learning nothing about their people. They're learning nothing about their people. Am I saying you should take your kid out of school? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if a child go to school, don't expect him to learn who he is.
That's right.
You understand? You're going to have to encourage your child to go to school, get their education. When he gets that education is not just for him. It's for who? Who's that education for?
It's for Amalek.
No.
For you, sir.
For when they say you, what do you mean?
For blacks.
Yes. Yes. That education that child is getting, you better let that child know its nation is depending on him or her to survive this hell. And you're going to make doctors. You're going to make lawyers. You're going to make engineers. You understand? All right? They are the future. And the oppressor will have you think what otherwise, that they're going to keep you back from being what? From having a career. When that is not the case.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Michael Bradley's ideas have made people of European descent feel restless and somewhat betrayed because he is also one of them.
You understand? There's always one of them that does what? Michael Bradley will more than likely, he right at the tip of the boot sack with the lips. You understand? At the tip. Right there. You understand? Read on.
These poorly informed blacks do not know that the Jews of Europe played the same role in their enslavement, oppression, and colonization as other Europeans.
Now, why is this not in the news? But you're going to say what? That we were anti-Semitic? You're going to say we're a hate group? My people never enslaved nobody. My people never separated families, parents from the children, children from the parents. We never did none of that. We never harmed any of you. to go through all of this? What did we do? Guess what? We would just be what? We were just harmed because we were what? Black. That's all. Because of the color of your skin. Right? You put us in captivity because we were what? God's chosen people. And you plotted to take our name, our land, everything. All right, read on.
As financiers and insurers of European maritime commerce.
As what?
As financiers and insurers of European maritime commerce.
So what did they do now? All your big names, all your big insurance names, all your banks, what did they do?
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
And they got rich off of the slave trade, transatlantic slave trade.
Yes. And now when you go look in history, what happened? What you looking for? What happened?
So like, sir, the transport of the slaves.
Okay, meaning this. Remember, what did they do? They distorted their history. So in other words, when a firm, right, gets a bad rep, goes to court and gets a bad rep, right? And the board has to now step down, or the ownership has to step down. What goes with ownership? What goes with the board? Come on.
The profit.
No, not the profit.
The name, sir.
Yes, the name. So now you switch it to what? Bank of America, Wells Fargo. You understand? So now you're going to have to go and look and dig and dig and dig. And black people don't have time to dig and dig and dig and dig. Why we don't have time to dig and dig and dig?
Oppression.
Yes. So because of oppression, what do black people have to do?
You got to hustle.
Yeah. So now you don't have time to sit down and what? Read the Bible when you have kids to feed.
Right.
You understand? You went to school for what? 15 years of your life. Or the government, what, 100,000 in what you call that? And what?
Student loans.
Yeah, 100,000 in student loans. You're working in McDonald's. Where are you going to get the time to sit down and do research? To figure out who you are, why in this situation. You have bills to pay. You have to buy formula. You have to cook.
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So for dealing with that oppression, it's better to almost sit in church and cry all damn day.
You understand? So now that's it. So now you go to church, as your brother say, you cry. And get what the pastor tell you.
It'll get better.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You keep on coming to church, sis.
We're going to overcome.
Yeah, we're going to overcome it. Don't worry, Lord with you, sister such and such.
When we get to heaven.
Yeah. And it just been a cycle, generation upon generation upon generation. So now the generation today, what they're teaching them in school today is not what we learned. 10 years, 5 years ago, if so much? You understand? Like, if not for this school act, black people, I'm telling you, we would have been, you know what I mean? I don't know about you, but I'd have for sure been in the dirt. You understand? If it wasn't for this school act.
Who signed Christ, sir?
You understand? I'd have been, you know what I mean? I'd have been somewhere, you know what I mean, doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Son, might have been one of them Negroes who want to go Dubai. You understand? And not read a lick of the laws and end up in jail doing hard time. You understand? Because I want to get high in Dubai. You understand? Thank the Lord for coming and joining your hand. I'll tell you, on this I.S.U.P.K. Because most of us, I'm telling you, we'd either be in the grave, in jail, in the hospital, you know what I mean, crying because some woman leave you. You understand? Crying because you just figure out the child ain't yours after what, 18 years of your life. You got a jacket and you didn't know. But thanks the Lord for this school. So now everything is being put in place. Now you know how to serve the Lord. You're learning how to serve the Lord. You're learning how to deal with your family. You're learning how to deal with your kids. Everything. You're putting everything back in perspective, back in the way it's supposed to be. All right? And understanding at the same time, too, now you can depend on a brother to do what? To go do the research for you. And now put you on the path to go get that knowledge.
That's right.
You understand? Because we work as a team. What did the Lord say about the members? We all work as what? One body.
That's right.
You understand? All right. Read on.
Khan. A commerce largely focused on the slave trade for 3 centuries.
For what?
For 3 centuries.
3 centuries. You know how much money them people make, Ark? You know how much money they make, Ark? 3 centuries, 300 years of stealing. Brother, we can't count the wealth these people have. I'm telling you, we can't count it. All right, read on. How much more you had to read on it?
This is the last that's highlighted. I'll just finish this sentence.
Okay,
Jewish mercantile houses amassed vast fortunes in both Europe and North America. Fortunes that were often interrelated by family and marital ties. And then I have another page, and that's it.
Okay, go ahead. Finish your page off.
Khan. The history of the Jewish people is shrouded in myth and mystery. They have played a role in the rise and fall of many nations and have had an influence on nations and cultures far beyond their numbers, both literally and figuratively. That's it. I don't want.
You understand? Like you gonna have to go and look for these books. These books, you think this book gonna be in the schools? No. They're gonna discredit this writer. They're gonna discredit him. I'll be shocked if you find this in a library in one of your schools. I'll be shocked. Understand? Because they say what they say about how do you I forget the saying what they say when they how to keep knowledge from black people.
Yeah, so they put it in a book.
Yeah, put it in a book. But what they don't understand is we would read if we had the time to read.
That's right.
You understand? We would read. You understand? Black people like to read, but black people, the majority of us don't have the time. Right? You go work. Sometimes you have what? 2 slaveries just to make ends meet. And everything going up. Everything. They say it's inflation, but the government sending what? Billions of dollars to fight a war. It's confusing. So either we don't have money or you have money. Which one? So if you don't have money, then how you getting money to send? That's like you had to get some. Your kids need something for school, right? You're saying, son or daughter, I don't have that cash, but somehow you loaning money. Large sums of money to a friend. Your kid gonna watch you like, what's going on? You're my father. What's going on? We're getting that funds from. You understand? Like they know what they're doing. They're doing what? They're putting more oppression on who? Not so much their people, but who? Us.
That's right.
Us. They're making us poor and poor and poor and poor and poor. You understand? They're doing this to us and telling us that they ain't got no money. When black people, we've been living the way we living, how to say it, hand to mouth. And now you come and increase the price of food. You increase the price of almost everything.
Right.
Nah. No. You ain't fooling me. You know what I mean? All right. What's the time? I think we're way over the time. So Salakia.
Come says 9:35.
9:35. All right. You all have any questions? If not, you know what I mean, you can hold the questions for next week. I ain't gonna go over the time. All right.
Sir.
Come on.
You know that Blinken, you know he's a Jew.
Who?
Blinken, the diplomat there.
Yeah, I know most of the people in the government, I believe, they're so-called Jewish.
Right.
If not in the government, but the ones that what do call them people? That the sponsors. You understand?
Hey, that's why
Right?
they throw Ukraine under the bus for Israel.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Come on.
The Lord's 55th annual Passover.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
No, it's like I was just reminding you if you wanted to, shout it out.
Yeah, for sure. The Lord 55th annual Passover, April 20th, right? Pay you 200. You're over 18, right? You have your ribs. Each of them $200. Your kid over 18, a child over 18, $200. You understand? Let's see how fast and how how soon we could pay that $200 for that Passover. You understand? So that we can have the the best, biggest, Passover ever. You understand? It could be the last one. The way things going, why not go out with a bang? You understand? Pay that $200. April 20th, Lord 55th Passover. All right, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bankiel.
Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Men of Israel, I.M.A.J.I.M, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Shabbat, I.M.A.J.I.M.
Yahaba Shimya Shai Braka Thumb.
Yada Matah, hands down. Sar, turning face to sisters. Sisters, I.M.A.J.I.M. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. Men of Israel, I.M.A.J.I.M Shabbat, I.M.A.J.I.M. Barak, Yahweh Shema.
Shema Taba Shimya Shai.
Yada Matah. Your shot means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Group for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like.
The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have a Hanukkah, December the 7th, which is a Thursday. According to 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61, it's the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.